call this other meat stew?
No, don't talk.
Meat stew? Stew?
Oh my God! Yeah, that's what you do. So
Bad luck, bad day. What should I do? Bad luck, bad day. What should I do?
hi, so welcome back to Megan's Menu, and I will tell you what's on our menu for today. Actually, for this video, I'm going to be doing 5 crock pot, easy and simple, cheap meals. Okay, so today I'm going to be making, I wrote it down on my chalkboard over here, crock pot taco chicken, and here's. So you're going to need chicken, 2 pounds of chicken. This is tenders, it doesn't matter. So about 2 pounds of boneless, skinless chicken. A can of corn, a few little tomatoes. I'm going to use half of this jar of 24 ounces, so I'm going to use 12 ounces of salsa, salt and pepper, taco seasoning, and some juice from a lime. You never know.
Gosh,
It looks pretty good, huh?
it looks pretty good.
It looks pretty good. So here it is, it's all finished. It only takes about 2 hours on high in the crock pot, or until the thickest part of the chicken is 165 degrees Fahrenheit. So also I'm going to put out some sour cream, and you could put some black onions on here, and definitely want to put some cheese on here and possibly onions. So anyway, see the pieces of chicken in here and salsa and corn. Anyway, this is going to be delicious. And I have rice at the bottom, so we put it over top. Looks really good. So tonight's crock pot dinner is going to be my crock pot beef stew, and these are all the ingredients that I'm going to be using. So I have 3 to 5 medium russet potatoes, 3 to 5 large carrots, a few small grape tomatoes, 2 boxes of the beef broth. Of course you can make your own, but I just have that. And I have just over a pound of the beef stew, salt and pepper, onion powder, 2 teaspoons, garlic powder, oregano, and later I'm going to use cornstarch, and I think that's it. I've already washed and scrubbed my vegetables. Okay, so what I'm going to do first is put my flour. I have about, I have a little bit of flour in this bowl. So I'm just going to put it in a bigger bowl and toss my meat in that, and then start cooking it on the stove with some hot oil. So I'll put salt and pepper in my flour mixture, and of course I've already had to change my battery because it already died. Annoying. So I'm just going to coat the meat, and then I'm going to put it on my preheated skillet with olive oil. And I'm just going to cook it, and I'm going to brown it on all sides, and it's going to take about 2 minutes, you know, for each side or whatever, so. Salt and pepper. So I'm just going to pour my ground beef into the crock pot, and then I'm going to prepare my potatoes and carrots and all that to also cook for a little bit on the stove, and put that in here as well. Oh, I just killed my freaking toe. I have my slow cooker on low right now while the meat sits in there. So. Just a chemical. No rhyme or reason to how I'm cooking today. After dying, Skippy. So I'm literally just, kind of crisping these up in olive oil for about, I don't know, 10-ish minutes, the potatoes and carrots. Now this is a bigger amount because I have a large family, but what I like to do to save time and make it easier sometimes is just put them in the oven on about 400 for about, I don't know, 15-ish minutes. I'm not cooking them all the way through because obviously they're going to be in the crock pot all day. I mean, of course, you could just throw this all in the crock pot and not have to go through all this, but I like to cook it in some olive oil for about, I don't know, 8 to 10 minutes and crisp up the sides. I just think it gives it more flavor and depth, and it's just, it's just the way I've always done it. I'm just going to cut these little tomatoes I have in half and add those to it. I don't understand why crock pot wires are so short, but they are. Now I'm just going to finish it off by adding the rest of my stuff. So now I'm going to add my 2 boxes of beef broth, and I'm going to add my seasonings later on. Okay, this takes forever. Also adding 2 teaspoons of this. The food still has about an hour or so left, but I'm going to put my seasonings in, which is 1 teaspoon of onion powder, 2 teaspoons of garlic powder, and 2 teaspoons of oregano. And then obviously I've put salt and pepper in it too, so. And then in a little bit I'll do the cornstarch so I can thicken it up.
Oh, is there that meat stew?
No, don't talk.
Meat stew?
So now I'm going to do my cornstarch. I'm going to do 2 tablespoons of cornstarch, 2 tablespoons of water. I'm going to mix it up, and then I'm going to mix it into my crock pot. Okay, so now I'm just going to cover it back up. Looks pretty good. Hey! Okay, so the beef stew is done, and we used, since I just did the taco chicken recipe last night, we used some of the rice from last night for this. So this beef stew is over brown rice, so I'm gonna try it, and I've already tried it and it's really good. And this meat, oh my gosh, it is so good. It is so good. Is this really hot?
No.
It is so good. I mean, it's easy. I cooked the potatoes and the carrots on the stove in olive oil first, but, well, the meat is good to do that first, but, I mean, you don't have to do that, but it is really good. And something that I've done before is put them on a cookie sheet and put them in the oven for like 400 on, like 10 to 15 minutes before I put them in there. I mean, they're literally going to cook all day, so it doesn't matter, but this is really good. I, most of the time, make my stew with ground beef because it's cheaper, and it's something that we happen to have on hand, but this time we actually bought beef stew, so try it. Okay.
Science rules.
Okay, Bill Nye.
If I said try it, remember?
Shh, we're just gonna call this behind the scenes. The beef stew was out of this world, ridiculously good. But you know what I've been wanting for dinner? Last night's food. The taco chicken, oh my gosh, was so good. I'm telling you. And then put shredded cheese on it and sour cream. I'm sorry. This stew was obviously really good. It was really good. But what I've been thinking about all night is this freaking last night's food. Okay. Sorry. So, I don't want this to deter you from trying the beef stew because it was really good. Unplug it. But oh my gosh, you have to try the, I don't know if I'm on camera or not, that's why I'm like leaning over. The taco, how did it go? Taco chicken crock pot recipe from last night. Oh, I'm just in love with it. I'm sorry. With shredded cheese on top and sour cream on the side. It is so good, you have to try it. And they're so easy. Try them, people. Okay, so here is what I'm working on next, and it's crock pot ranch chicken burritos. And this is everything you're going to need. I have everything right here. There's my chicken and soft tortillas, my ranch packet, salt and pepper, minced garlic, 2 cans of cream of chicken, and my seasonings, garlic and oregano. I'm going to start by having my greased crock pot and putting the chicken in, and then the ranch and salt and pepper. Actually, I don't have my milk up. You still need half a cup of milk. First thing I'm going to do, I grease my crock pot. Next, I'm going to add my cream of chicken and milk to a bowl, then whisk it around. And actually, I'm only going to use 1/4 of a cup of milk. Next, I'm just going to cut these in half and then start layering my stuff in the crock pot on top of the chicken. There's a big boy.
Ooh, that ranch smells good.
So here's what it looks like, and it looks really good. So now I'm going to cut it up a little bit or shred it a little bit and put it in tortillas with cheese and heat it up for just a few minutes in the oven. Okay, on a very low temperature, just so the cheese can melt. Okay, so here they are all done, and they're very soft and melted cheese. See, the cheese is coming out. This stuff is so good, seriously. What I'm doing next is simple and quick crock pot spaghetti and meatballs, and it's very simple because they are already cooked meatballs, and I'm literally just going to make this spaghetti on the stove and mix it in. So for a quick, easy weeknight, it would work. Here's everything I'm going to use. The bag of meatballs, I got my seasonings and can of tomato sauce, my spaghetti, and minced garlic. I'm just pouring a bag of meatballs in, and an entire can of sauce, and my seasonings, and minced garlic. Just put some water in my can to make it a little bit more liquid. So now I'm just going to close this on low for a couple of hours, and then I'm going to make some spaghetti on the stove and stir it in here and serve it up warm. Serve it up warm. Ain't that right? Hey, so now I'm going to be making slow cooker buffalo chicken dip. So that you have your tortilla chips and you dip it in there, and it is so good. So I have my rotisserie chicken I need to cut up and shred, and then I have some hot sauce, a thing of cream cheese, and some shredded, well, this is like, I don't know, this is some kind of mixed cheddar cheese. So I'm going to throw that all in the crock pot except for a part of the cheese, and then I'm going to cover it and put it on high for 1.5 to 2 hours. Actually, after about 1.5 hours, I'm going to put the rest of the cheese in there and cover it for another 15 minutes. But literally, I'm just going to throw it all in the crock pot. Okay, let's go. Okay, so I'm going to put 1 package of cream cheese in my crock pot. And I can't. Oh my God! Yeah, that's what you do. So 1 package of cream cheese, 8 ounces, going in the crock pot. Oh my gosh, now I can't get it out. Oh, that was so funny back there. What's so funny? So put 1 package of cream cheese in your crock pot, and then this is 2 cups of shredded cheese. I just used a rotisserie chicken we bought from Sam's, so that worked out really good. It was already cooked, so that was easy. And then we are going to use a 1/2 cup of ranch. And also a 1/2 cup of hot sauce. I'm using this Berman's hot sauce. I think I got this from Aldi. What is so funny? What are you yelling about? We almost score. 1/2 cup of hot sauce. So the recipe calls for 1/2 cup of shredded cheese, but you're supposed to put 1/4 cup now and then 1/4 cup later. So there you go with that. And then make sure that's everything. Then all you're gonna do is cover it on high for 1.5 to 2 hours. So I'm gonna check it after 1.5 hours, and then if it seems like it's all melted and hot and all that stuff, I'm going to put in another 1/4 cup of shredded cheese, and then hours. I guess that's going to be good. Okay, and then I put that in there for another 15 minutes. Oh, I can't wait. This is like one of my favorite chip dips. It's so good. Okay, so it's been 1.5 hours, and oh, can I tell you how good this smells? Oh my gosh. So what I'm going to do is put 1/4 cup of shredded cheese in here, and then I'm going to close it for another 15 minutes. And then what I'm going to do is eat it. So that's about 1/4, but you know what I'm going to do? A little bit more. Oh, it looks so good. It smells so good. So I'm going to close it up and put another timer on, and then eat it up. Okay. For my whole entire
You're not
life.
funny.
So this is definitely done. I'm going to turn this off. This is literally like my favorite dip. Oh my goodness, this is so good. But I cannot have it because my tongue will like be burnt right off. So we have the chips ready, but when it cools off a little bit, I'm gonna try it. Hey, so the buffalo chicken dip is done, and this is one of my absolute favorite chip dips of all time. I've loved this for years. It is so good. So you have to try it. It's totally simple. Throw all the stuff in the crock pot, let it sit, throw some more cheese in it, let it sit, and it's done. So, it's so good. Oh my gosh, it's so good. And so simple. You have to try it, it's so good. Okay, so that's it. That is my 5 slow cooker crock pot recipes that I wanted to share with you. So it's time to eat dinner now. So thank you so much for stopping by my kitchen this week to see what was on our menu. So anyway, see you next time, and do me a favor, subscribe today. Thanks. Bye, see ya.